Morning. What a lovely morning. It's not raining, it poured down yesterday. It's about 8 o'clock. My name's Joel Benton. It's April 2020. For those of you watching this now, you'll be familiar with the time. There's a lot going on in the news at the moment. That's why I've got crazy hair. We're in lockdown. I'm about to go for my daily exercise. I'm going to run for 3 miles and you're coming with me. Let's go. Well, unfortunately, because of the quarantine, I'm not running with anybody today. I'm doing what I do most of the time and run on my own, which I'm not really upset about. I genuinely like running on my own. It's a pleasure. I live here. This is my local run. And as you can see, if you scroll around using the 360 feature while we're running, it's quite a pleasure. Wonderful run, wonderful trails and common land. Well, I hope you enjoy this run, and if you can't get out, then you enjoy it vicariously through me. Wonder how many people we'll see out today. One of the things I wanted to do while I'm running, which I do relatively often, is what I call a gratitude run, which might sound peculiar, but as I'm running on my own, I try and appreciate all the many things I have to be grateful for. Now, under the state of quarantine for coronavirus, as we are now, the very fact that I'm out running in this beautiful environment and not in a hospital on a ventilator with coronavirus is probably chief amongst the things I should be grateful for. But there are many. I mean, just thinking about coronavirus, as I've been doing ever since January or whenever we started talking about it, I can't imagine what it must be like to be a health worker on the front line, putting yourself in harm's way while the rest of us try and stay out of harm's way. Terrible. And your job potentially causing you to get sick and die, as so many people in the UK health service have. Oh, I'm extremely grateful for the hard work and dedication of healthcare workers, not just now, but at any time. There's no doubt that nurses aren't paid very much, but they work extremely hard. Doctors are overworked. Our UK health service is something that as a nation I think we're proud of, but has been horribly underfunded in the last, oh Christ knows how many years, probably with a long-term goal of turning it into some sort of US-based insurance-based healthcare system, which I think will be a terrible shame. This coronavirus has shown that we need universal healthcare, otherwise society kind of falls apart, and I'm very grateful for those working in it. Well, that's my first thing to be grateful for. I hope you can hear me over the panting and so on. The start to this run is kind of uphill, so it's a bit of a grind. There'll be various ups and downs, but it's mostly flat-ish. And hopefully the rain won't start again. Now, like everyone with a family, I'm extremely grateful for my wife and children, the fact that they're healthy and well and safe. I have a great relationship with my wife, Kimberly. We spend a lot of time together. I work from home normally, so this is no great change for us, but she is just terrific. I've been married before, so I know how hard it is, but I feel like I've really won the jackpot with her, and we'll no doubt be together forever. And my kids, Sasha and Tara, I moan them about them, and they don't like running, but they're the best. They really are terrific. They're 16, morning, and coming up on 15, and they are wonderful little women. They're really, really confident and smart. Poor old Sasha hasn't been able to do her exams this year because of this coronavirus, but she'll get over it and life goes on. It's been a sobering lesson for her. They are terrific kids. I'm very grateful for them. And I'm also grateful for family support system we've all got around us. My parents, the kids' grandparents on both sides, my ex-wife Nicole, who looks after them mostly, and infrastructure keeping them all healthy and well. There's a lot to be grateful for. And I really am super grateful for this environment in which I can run. As you've hopefully seen, there's a lot of off-road common land where I can run trails pretty much forever without much time on roads. I do that every day. Today is the 3,400 10th day or something in a row I've run. I've sort of lost count. I have to look it up every time I want to know how high my score is, but it's not much of a chore running around here. It's springtime and it smells earthy and like things are growing. What a wonderful time to be out running. We had torrential rain yesterday, and I'm sure we'll get some more today. We don't really care because it's so green and pleasant around here. And I'm in West Sussex, by the way, which is a beautiful part of the world in the South Downs, which if you've never been, once you can travel, I really do suggest spending some time down here. It is a wonderful part of the world. I know, very lucky, and consequently I am enormously grateful. The brackens are all coming out. It looks beautiful. Yeah, some days like this, running can be pleasurable, and it's very nice to have a camera to record that, because sometimes running sucks. And it's the last thing I want to do, but I still do it anyway. I always feel the better for it. Always. Running every day, well, it's analogous to life. I think I've said this before. Like, some days it's really difficult, you don't want to do it, and some days like today it's pretty easy and a pleasure, but you just have to keep doing it. There's no other option. You have to keep on running. I'm trying to smile into the camera and look at you, but the last thing I want to do is fall over. I've done that a couple of times while holding this thing, and it is both annoying painful and embarrassing. How's my lockdown here looking? A bit crazy, a bit of razor head. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Ah, beautiful. These 3 mile rundown runs have been really interesting, and I'm extremely grateful that I started them. Sometimes I think they're a bit of the pain in the arse, and it's very difficult to meet new people and connect with them and run with them because people are suspicious. Why the hell would you want to go for a run with me? Which I guess is fair enough. But it's been such a pleasure, and for the work I put in, I've met some really interesting people, and I'm extremely grateful for all of them. And I'm grateful for them to coming out to meet this strange guy for a run. Dogs, walkers, and I'm extremely grateful for Matt and Hinge for helping me put these things together, because God knows I'm useless at editing. Go on, go back. Farm dogs. Go on. It's going to get really muddy now, so I'm glad I wore my waterproof shoes. Go on. Go on. Sorry for the silence, I just didn't want to trip over in that particular muddy spot. That would have been double bad. This place to my left is what I call Smelly Farm, because it really is, but I don't mind it because I grew up on a farm, and those smells are kind of nostalgic to me, peculiar though that might seem. Wonderful. Yeah, 3 mile run down. It's a real pleasure. I've run with some incredible people. I can't really put it in any kind of order. I don't have a favourite, but I've met some people I've really been bowled over by. All of them run, not all of them are runners. Oh, highlights, I guess. Alison Allen, when I was on holiday in Barbados, she used to run 200 miles a week. Can you imagine? 200 miles a week. I run 25, 8 times as many miles, like twice a day, long runs twice a day, every day. Oh man, she's a little machine. We've become kind of friends, and I'm very grateful for that. She's lovely. Just had twins last year. Hasn't stopped her, hasn't slowed her down. She is amazing. Until recently, she held the female Badwater Marathon record, which I'm sure she'll get back again. She is a absolute monster. Oh, and lovely lady. While I was on Barbados, I ran with Carly Pipe, who is the fastest woman on Barbados. A track runner mainly, but she does lots of other stuff as well. And she's lovely. Again, we've become kind of friends since that time, as runners tend to have a lot in common. She's a lovely lady, way too fast for me. If you watch that video, you can tell by the end I'm just knackered. This is as though she's barely started. Yeah, check that one out. Somebody else who I ran with relatively locally and have been increasingly impressed with is Mark Beaumont, the ultra adventure athlete. He's known for his cycling, but that's by no means all that he's done. I don't think he even considers himself a cyclist, but he's managed to cycle around the world twice, once in 78 days. He's rode the Arctic, he's cycled across down the Americas, down Africa. He is an amazing guy. His mindset is phenomenal. Really something we could all learn from when going through times of difficulty, about focus and where to put your focus and concentration. He's an amazing guy. I really like running with him. I bumped into him in Waterloo Station not that long ago as well. Really nice chap. I like him a lot. Very grateful to him. And I've run with a bunch of other streak runners, people like, well, they're not like me, but they're on this similar kind of quest to run every day. Gary Rust, he was the first guy I ran with for these videos in Palm Springs in California, 30 plus years, amazing guy. Carl Olson in San Francisco, my old pal Elliot up in Worcester, the Hereford and Worcester DJ, he's behind me, never going to catch me up, and the amazing John Sutherland, the longest running streak in the world. 50 years. Imagine running every day for 50 years. Imagine what life throws at you, but you can still get a run in. And his average is high. My average is 3.6 miles or something. His average is, I don't know what, it's crazy. But his life has pretty much been about running and rock and roll. He was a rock and roll journalist. Really interesting guy. Check out the video if you have time. He's fascinating. I was very grateful for him to come out and run with me. It's when I was in Los Angeles last year. I was hoping to be in Los Angeles again this next month, but that isn't going to happen. What a shame. Nice thing about my job is that I get to travel and run with some interesting people around the world. I go to Sweden a lot. Thomas Kvatville and Christopher Sundberg, two people I've run with in Sweden. Thomas is probably the best obstacle course racer in Sweden. He's a monster of a guy, such a nice guy. And my friend Christopher Sundberg, a video game legend, entrepreneur and swim run fanatic. We had a lovely run through the woods, got slightly lost. It was a chilly day. He's an amazing guy. I have a call with him later. Lovely. Oh, so many people. I've run with a couple of extremely impressive Olympians. The runner Andy Vernon. He took it easy on me. We went out for part of his training run one day, and Greg Searle, the rower, Olympic gold in '92 and bronze in 2012. Imagine coming back and winning a second Olympic medal. Phenomenal. And I've met so many interesting runners, not necessarily massively high profile, but people for whom running is an important part of their life, as it is mine. And if you're watching this, it probably is yours as well. We all share a common need. Good morning.
Good morning.
People look at me strangely. I'm carrying a little black box and a stick. I'm talking to myself, as presumably I would as well. Yeah, running with a selfie stick isn't the best thing in the world, but the 360 camera does produce some good results, I think. I wanted to talk a bit about the gear I'm wearing today, because I'm certainly grateful for the advances in materials technology that allow me to stay relatively dry and chafe free while I'm running. I seem to be running in mostly Salomon today. That wasn't by choice, just what I picked up this morning. These Salomon shorts are all I wear in the summertime now. They are fantastic. They are a lycra undershort with a light kind of ripstop windproof material over the top. They're extremely comfortable, extremely lightweight. They have pockets all around them for little items. They're super useful. And the Salomon top, I've got so much running gear. I've got more running gear than I have regular clothes. I'm sure you can find something in common with that. Every runner has got their favourite gear. I've got gear that I still run in that I had in the 90s, 25 years ago. I'm just sort of sentimental about. Oh, what a beautiful day. And I've got Saucony waterproof shoes on, which I'm glad I wore them today. I don't often wear them, but when it's going to be super muddy, these are trail shoes that don't let the water in. And because I run trail a lot, I like to keep my feet dry, because it's pretty miserable when they're cold and wet, especially in the winter time. And I've also got this cool thing on, it's not my wedding ring, which is a McClear digital ring. I bought it at the National Running Show in January, which is definitely something you should check out next January. I ran with the founder, Mike Stephen. Check out that video. But I went to the show. It was an amazing show. Saw Susie Chan there, who I've also run with. She's lovely. But this ring has got a NFC chip in it, so I can use it to pay for things, which when you're out running and not carrying any cash is super useful. And in the coronavirus times of contactless and doing everything from a distance, it's extremely useful, excuse me, to be able to pay for things with a touch of your wedding ring. So check those bad boys out, they're really cool. Speaking of gear, one of the guys that I really enjoyed meeting, who's become a good friend since, is James Ellis from the run company, my local run shop. James is an ex-Olympic athlete, an Olympic hopeful. He was training in his teens. He had a place to go to college in America to train. He was on track for the Olympics, contemporary of Andy Vernon's. And while he was out cycling, got run over by a big truck, ran straight over his shoulder. And that was the end of his running career, but he's funneled all that focus and aggression into running his business. And Run Company is really impressive, super impressive. So much so that I've become his business partner. I've invested a bit of money, and my wife and I are helping him grow that business into hopefully a bigger force for good in running across the UK. Anything that helps people get out and run more can only be a good thing. I'm grateful to James for all his hard work. He's a definite grafter. I think anybody that runs any distance or any regularity understands the importance of just doing it, just getting out. And when it's easy when it's hard. It's when it's hard that it really shows your character. Days like this, it's pretty easy, although it is about to rain. But hard days, when the miles count, and getting those miles in the bank, nobody can ever take them away from you. And applying that to other aspects of your life can be really beneficial, like James did. Somebody else I'm very grateful for. They came up running with me, introduced, I think, by Mike Seaman from the National Running Show, and I'm certainly grateful for the introduction, was Leanne Davis, who runs the Run Mummy Run community, which I think is just a terrific online community of women, most of whom are young and want to regain fitness after childbirth, an important time and often a difficult time for young mothers. And Leanne brought them all together, 85,000 of them on Facebook or something. Really good work, and she now makes a living at it. She's an inspirational woman. We did a lovely run near her home. I really enjoyed it, so do check that one out. Oh, sorry, that was the last bit of uphill, so my panting will stop, but then again, the run is about to stop. We're nearly at 3 miles. Thankfully I started my watch this time. So often I don't do that. It's been a really good run. It's very useful to list out the things you're grateful for. I've missed many. I don't think it's so important to get them all. It's just important to go through the process of thinking about them and considering them and realising things are pretty good. I don't tend to dwell on all things I haven't got. And occasionally it's good to dwell on things that you have got and that you have done. If those are words of wisdom really used to you, then you're welcome to them. Right, this seems like a good place to stop the run. That was just over 3 miles, and I'm grateful for you for coming with me and watching. Looks like it's about to rain, the sun's gone in, but that's okay. I've done my mileage, I feel pretty good. The gear worked, I didn't fall over, didn't hurt myself. That's happened before. Do check out the other videos, subscribe if you feel moved to, and check back in every week or so. I will try and post new content, new runs with new interesting people. If there's people that you'd like to see me run with, and there are plenty on my top 10 list, then let me know in the comments, and I appreciate your time. Thanks for coming.